I like very much the walk along the beach from beautiful GREAT.JUAN up to Juan-les-Pins in French Riviera. And we often walk there with Cornelia. Cornelia is from Switzerland, and we also used to run there back and forth, which is like 8 kilometers. But now we just went for a walk. I like Juan-les-Pins very much because it receives evening sun, and I think the other visitors have the same opinion like me. And it's also quite beautiful to swim in here at the end of Juan-les-Pins, or to take a bicycle and to continue up to Cap d'Antibes, which is Peninsula. And at the end of Cap d'Antibes is maybe the most beautiful hotel of French Riviera, Eden du Roc. Once we went there with Cornelia and we played tennis, and it was very special event for us because it's a place where all the Hollywood stars, all the stars of the world are accommodated during the famous Cannes Film Festival. So you can imagine that we were in heaven just to be where the stars are. And Juan-les-Pins is a little place. You can see the port of Juan-les-Pins is quite small. Little boats of local people, nothing fancy, not too crowded. And it's also great to take a bike and to pedal along the bay up to Eden du Roc, which is at the end of the peninsula. And on the other side, you can just get back to Antibes, where is the famous Picasso's museum. And in here you see that pétanque is very popular in France. And I believe it's great because people of all age groups can meet and can find friends. So it means people are not isolated, and thanks to pétanque, everybody has a chance to meet local people. And if you are in downtown, which you can see here on the screen, so you can sit in little cafes and just enjoy and smell the atmosphere. One little cafe all and you are part of the game, part of the world called Côte d'Azur. And here at night it's crowded and there is a lot of people. Everybody enjoys the evening and it's very mild, very pleasant, and you can share the atmosphere, just positive. You just become part of it and you just forget everything, all the stress, everything. So I like this intersection very much because there is a lot of cafes around, and we often walk down to the beach from here, which is like maybe 2 minutes walk, and there is my favorite cafe. I call it Next to the Clock, and from there you have a beautiful view. You see beautiful dusk above Cannes, and you see in fact the end of the bay, because it looks like a bay. At the one hand is Juan-les-Pins with a lot of shops. Now you see Cornelia, she likes it very much because it's not like Switzerland. Switzerland is different because Switzerland has a lot of small villages, and whenever you want to see some shops, you have to take your car and drive there quite far, 30-40 kilometers, sometimes less or more. But on French Riviera, like in Prague, in Czechia, you just can walk around, you get shops, everything. And now you see it's late afternoon and you can see on the horizon Cannes. And it's a pity that from here you can walk to GREAT.JUAN and up to Valoris, where Picasso had his studio, but you cannot continue to Cannes because it's not possible, because there is no beach between GREAT.JUAN and Cannes. But there is a prince who offered to build a kind of bridge and connect GREAT.JUAN and Cannes. It will be wonderful then when it's done, this construction, because then you could walk from here, from Juan-les-Pins, in fact from Antibes, up to Cannes, and it's everybody's dream. And let's keep our fingers crossed for this idea. I believe that it will be done soon. So now we will continue up to GREAT.JUAN. Conrad is very happy, as you can see, a lot of shops around, because as we have just said, it doesn't exist in Swiss villages. So, and later on we will take our 2 bicycles, we call it Yellow Lightnings, and we will go for another trip up to Antibes, where is the Picasso's museum, and there is a lot of restaurants near the port, and the town is old. Now you see the beautiful dusk above the peninsula called Cap d'Antibes, and it's a paradise, isn't it? So, because French Riviera has beautiful, wonderful weather, and here are the 2 bicycles. As I have said, the weather is great there because, and here is the square in Antibes with the bicycles. One is quick. We are quicker than one can talk. So as I said, French Riviera is protected from the top side, because above it there is a massif of Alps, so it means it protects French Riviera, and also sea keeps similar temperature in winters or in summers, so it means it makes the shore colder in hot summers and warmer in cold winters. So it's wonderful. And here we are in Antibes, next to the port, and you can just have a look at this statue. I quite like it. I think it looks like a human being or whatever it is, and it's quite well done. They are letters connected, R, L, E, so you will have a chance to find your name there for sure. And it's very popular, everybody takes photographs. We did the same. And here you can see on the right Picasso's museum is the tower. It's the very top of Antibes. Antibes is an old place with very, very narrow streets, so there is never hot in Antibes. A lot of people walking around, a lot of interesting restaurants. You can get wine, beer, and so on. And I love this beach very much. It's a small one, protected by the walls around, and it receives beautiful waves. They are quite big, but quite flat. So a swimmer can enjoy it, and it's lifted up and down by these waves of Antibes. And here is Cornelia pedaling and passing this Antibes bookstore, where books published in English are available, and it's important because there is a lot of English-speaking foreigners and they have their summer residences there. I love this market very much because at reasonable price you can get a lot of interesting items there, especially oils, little drawings and paintings. And now we will continue back on our bicycles to the end of Antibes, and on the left side you can see the end of Cap d'Antibes. Now we are on the eastern part, which doesn't receive evening sun, and you see it's very old, it's beautiful, and everybody loves it. In fact, I'm addicted to it almost. So, and now we are on the train, and now I have to leave French Riviera. Goodbye, French Riviera. Au revoir. And it may be better to take a train when you go to the airport, It's more expensive, but it's maybe quicker. On the other hand, bus is just €1, and but sometimes it could get a little bit stuck in traffic. But it's available directly at the airport. But what I love most of all is that when the aircraft lands to the airport of Nice, the pilot is maybe not more than 10 meters above the beach of the airport. And there is also a group of birds organized around the cafe inside the hall of the airport, and the captains or generals or presidents of these groups are near the cafe, but they have little envoys, little birds waiting at all edges of the airport just to let the other guys to know if there is something available. So here is the airport of Zurich. So hope you have liked my film. This is Jada Barta. Goodbye for now.